to reach out to my transmasculine community tonight and thank you for coming here. You guys are all such beautiful people, gentle, strong, fierce, funny, insightful, and loving. We're here tonight to remember and honor our trans community members who have suffered cruelty and violence. We are also here in celebration. Take a moment to look into the eyes of the person sitting next to you. We live lives of authenticity, courage, and we are here tonight in solidarity. And this is the strength we bring to each other. However, even as we gather here tonight, more names are added to the list of the casualties of transphobia. The violence experienced by our community reverberates out like a stone thrown in a pond and touches each one of us. Additionally, systematic oppressions we experience in our lives can lead to depression and sometimes suicide. One effective oppression is isolation. At this time, many of our trans family and allies are isolated and without access to support, affirmation, and hope. In fact, the isolation experienced by trans people is at epidemic proportions. The Gender Identity Project seeks to reduce this isolation, and one way is through groups which offer support, understanding, and information. But we need your help. I ask that we use our creativity, our love for each other, and our community to expand the community-based model of support groups. Safe spaces for support must be replicated all around the city. In Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Are you willing to give some time to organize a group, invite your friends, and reach out to those who might need a place to talk about the challenges they go through when coming out to family, looking for work, changing legal documents, experiencing harassment on the job, on the streets, or in schools? The center is one place to begin, so why not start your own group here? Other safe places in our community, such as college campuses, churches, and community centers, are other excellent places to begin. Keeping that in mind, tonight I want to honor a courageous transgender man, Louis Graydon Sullivan. Lou was an instrumental voice in doing just what I ask you to do here tonight. Lou was a gay trans man, and in his time, the only way to transition was to implore a gender disorder clinic to accept him as a patient. In that process, Lou was repeatedly denied access to transition because he was attracted to men, and he just wouldn't lie about it. In 1976, Lou Sullivan began seeking sex reassignment surgery, but was routinely denied on the basis of his openly declared homosexual orientation. Female to gay male transsexuality was not recognized by the medical and psychotherapeutic establishment as a legitimate form of gender dysphoria at the time. But he never gave up. Because of his activism, Lou Sullivan was instrumental in demonstrating the existence of trans men attracted to men. And as a result of his frustrations, Sullivan became involved in an eventually successful campaign to remove homosexual orientation from the list of contraindications for sex reassignment. He also disseminated his advocacy at the grassroots level with a booklet he published. As a consequence of his efforts, Sullivan became one of the founders of the female-to-male transsexual community and is responsible to a significant degree for the rapid growth of the F to M population in the late 1980s. In 1986, Sullivan organized F to M, the first peer support group devoted entirely to female-to-male individuals. If you transitioned without the help of a gender dysphoria clinic, you have Lou Sullivan to thank for it. He pioneered methods of obtaining peer support, professional counseling, hormones, and surgery outside the institution of the gender dysphoria clinics. We are all powerful, creative people. each and every one of us can make a world of difference, and no one does it alone. If you're able, I ask you to consider reaching out to your community by starting, facilitating, or supporting a group for trans and gender nonconforming individuals. Together we are stronger, and together we will overcome the isolation that comes from daily oppression.